Am I wrong for walking out of family dinner after my parents insulted my Thai wife? My wife, 532 female, is from Thailand. We met while she was studying in the US, fell in love, and got married 5 years ago. She's an amazing woman, kind, hardworking, and incredibly smart. Unfortunately, my parents have never fully accepted her. From the beginning, they made offhand comments about her being a gold digger and only marrying me for a green card, no matter how many times I told them otherwise. They held onto this ignorant assumption. It doesn't matter that Fa has a successful career, makes her own money. She makes more than me, by the way, and has never asked me for a dime because in their eyes, she's one of those foreign women who trap American men. Last weekend, we had dinner at my parents' house. At first, things were civil, but then my dad smirked and said, "So, Fa, now that you've been married for 5 years, do you finally get to keep your green card?" My mom laughed and added, "Guess you don't have to be on your best behavior anymore, huh?" Fa went pale. I was furious. I told him to cut it out, but my dad doubled down and said they're just joking, but that we can't blame them for wondering how much of this marriage was for love and how much was for the visa. My mom nodded and said they just wanted to make sure I wasn't being taken advantage of. That was it. I stood up, told them we weren't staying for dinner, and walked out with Fa. In the car, she was quiet, then finally asked me if they really think that way of her, which broke my heart. Now my parents are saying I embarrassed them in front of other family members and overreacted. My brother says I should have just kept the peace and talked to them later. They're refusing to apologize, claiming it was just a joke. I don't regret standing up for my wife, but now I'm wondering if maybe I should have just waited until everyone else is gone to call them out on it. Anyways, I'm 33 years old. Didn't think to add it, but wanted to clarify as some may think there's huge age gap between us. And I think the wife is 32. But I don't know, like, I hate people who make, like, racist, stereotypical comments about people. Clearly, OP is happy with his wife. Whether she wants him for a passport, a visa, a green card, or a blue card, like, it doesn't matter. So why they keep being rude? And I feel like certain things you say behind people's back. You don't say that in front of, like, where do people get the audacity from? You know what I mean? Like, gossiping and kicking behind someone's back is like one thing, but to be so bold and disrespectful to the person's face, that's crazy. People are too bold. Top comment: I can totally imagine my narcissistic family having the same reaction, blaming my partner for no reason other than their own ignorant biases. It must have been so painful for your wife to hear those comments, and standing up for her was the right thing to do. You shouldn't have to endure that kind of disrespect, and I truly believe that if more people had your back like you did for her, the world would have been a better place. Do you think they'll ever come around, or is this a pattern with your family? To be honest, if they haven't came around in 5 years of marriage, then I think they will never accept it. I could somehow understand it when we were still in the dating phase that they were worried about me. But all these years later, it's just straight up racism at this point. If it's not the gold digger and green card jokes, then it's something else like all these thighs eat bugs or some other ignorant stereotypes. Anyways, that's what OP said. Let's look for other comments. Another person commented, "Not the a-hole. I don't understand how people can make jokes like this and think it's okay, especially in this political climate. All good jokes contain some truth." And then OP replied, "Yes, exactly. To be honest, given everything that is going on, we have discussed moving to our home in Thailand. I already work remote, so shouldn't be big of a deal. And I'm sure that she won't have too much trouble finding a job either." I mean, that sounds nice. I was watching a vlog a while back of a girl, like these YouTube girls visiting Thailand. Thailand is such a beautiful country. It's one of those countries that people always go to for vacations. And I, too, would like to go there for vacation one day. If you guys watch my videos and subscribe, maybe if I get that YouTube money. Anyways, next story. Am I wrong for telling my boss that I wasn't invited to the party? I, 26 female, just started a new job. I quickly realized that one of my colleagues, Marie, is engaged and is getting married within 2 months. It seemed like the whole office was attending the wedding. I absolutely did not expect an invite. She just met me. Weddings are planned in advance, venues booked. My friend actually just got married, so I saw firsthand how it all worked. I could tell Marie wondered if I was expecting an invitation and was hesitant to bring up the wedding around me, but I just never made it a big deal. I don't feel left out in the slightest. Then I got a CC'd on an email from someone that the office, Joanne, throwing Marie a shower during our lunch hour in the break room in a couple of weeks. Joanne was sending out a collection so we could give a group gift cash to Marie. They also suggested we make it a potluck. Joanne included her Venmo and also asked we email back with what we planned on bringing. Even if I'm not going to the wedding, I still believe everyone deserves to be celebrated, and I Venmoed the $20, as well as then replying saying I'd bring lasagna. A little later, I saw the $20 had been returned to my Venmo, and Joanne approached my desk. She said I didn't need to contribute. I said even if I'm not attending the wedding, I'd still like to give Marie a letter something. Joanne looked a little awkward and hemmed and hawed, but then eventually said, "You're not invited to the shower." I was confused. I said, "I can go in the company break room on lunch hour?" She said, "Yes." I asked, "Where am I supposed to go?" "I don't drive. I take public transport from work." "We don't really work near anywhere I could go quickly for our lunch." She said I could stay at my desk. I pointed out this was a little exclusionary. Joanne said Marie didn't want me to assume I was invited to the wedding. I said I don't at all. I completely understand I haven't worked here long or not close enough. I'm not hurt by that. She said that's great, but I still can't come. I asked if I had done anything to offend Marie, and she said no. She just doesn't want me getting my hopes up. I finally let it go and said, "Fine, have a good party." The day of the shower, I sat at my desk during the party while everyone else went eating my lunch alone. One kind person snuck me a piece of cake. Halfway through the party, the big boss came in. She usually doesn't work on Fridays, so it was a surprise to see her. She saw me sitting at my desk and asked why I wasn't at the party. I told her I hadn't been invited. She clearly was perturbed by this. Later on, she sent an email banning parties of any kind during work hours. A few people, Joanne and Marie included, realized I'm the one who told. They've now turned on me. Some friends say I'm the one in the wrong here, and that I should have lied to the big boss and said I was busy with work, to finish or something, so as not to ruin it for everyone else. Am I wrong? Honestly, I'm glad it's ruined for everybody else, because that's rude. You know what I mean? If you're having a baby shower at a park or anywhere outside of work or at your home or anywhere else outside of work, yeah, it's okay if you don't want to invite your coworkers. At the end of the day, they're just your coworkers. But it's the company break room. And she wanted to give money and bring something. Like, what is it gonna hurt? That's just being such a mean girl. Like, that's just being such a rude person. It's not like this is anywhere outside of work where you spent money, decoration and everything, and then you just don't want to spend money on inviting someone that you don't know, that you only worked for 2 months. At the end of the day, you can work with your coworkers for years and years. You're not obligated to invite anything to your coworkers outside of work. They're just your coworkers. But it's at the company break room where everybody takes their break. What do you want her to do for an entire lunch hour? And you're not, like, if OP was like rude to her, mean to her, they had some sort of past history, okay, it would have been one thing. But from the sounds of it, it's not like there's no drama. So why don't you invite her? That's so rude. That's literally, I don't know, like, people are just really rude. I do not know. I would never do that to anybody. That's just sad. Top comment, not the a-hole. They're the ones who effed around and did an exclusionary thing. You didn't tattle on them to the big boss. The boss asked you why you were sitting at your desk. Weren't at the party, you explained. All Marie had to do was be a gracious person and include you in the office gathering. You were fine with the $20 contribution and a lasagna. She didn't have to be weird about you not going to the wedding. Joanne and Marie are the a-holes here. Obviously, clearly they're just bullies. I hate people who are grown adults and that act like children in middle school that want to like exclude people from everything just to look cooler. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, at the end of the day, I wouldn't feel entitled to anything. But at the end of the day, speaking for myself, that would make me feel bad and sad. Like, what did I do to you that's so bad that you don't want to include me at a little dumb party that you're having in the break room? It's not like you're inviting me outside of work. It's just a break room. Everybody's just sitting there eating cake, and I'm sitting on my desk all sad and lonely, all because you didn't want to invite me. Girl, shut up. Some of these stories really irritate me.